Good morning, good morning, good morning. Last night, I don't really watch Miss Universe pageant. One of my friends was, and I guess he was like paying attention to everything about it. So, with that being said, it's gonna be on my podcast. You know what? Let me just say, podcast on Eskino Films, my other channel. Uh, what I want to say. Well, if anybody done watched it, uh, the winner of Miss Universe pageant was a black woman from South Africa, Miss South Africa. I'm not even going to pronounce her name, but congratulations to her. She's a very beautiful woman. She's a very very beautiful woman. If you really see it, you'd be like, your jaw will drop about how beautiful this woman is. But it got me to thinking, and it just hit me, and that's why I'm making this video today. Now I've said this before, and I don't know if I said this to somebody. I don't know if I said this on video back then. I don't know if I said this anytime, but I know I've said this. I just don't know where. So I'm going to say this now, and I'm going to probably going to say this, and maybe I don't see no disagreements, but I feel like there is a changing of the guards. So there's been, you know how like the LG to me, the LGBT when it came to media, the LGBT has been kind of running things. Like with the resurgence of more like people coming out as gay or or whatever pronoun they kind of like want to pronounce it. It's been an abundance of coming out of that, and excuse me, it's been abundance of coming out of that. And I felt like people was talking about the gay mafia, how gay people been running stuff and all that, and like gays been running Hollywood, and kudos to them. They got through the system. In my opinion, they infiltrated the system. They took it over, so now you seeing more things, and they've been able to put their foot on people's necks and get what they want, which is I feel like that black people should have been doing. Like infiltrate the system, get where we need, get our people where we need to be, and then start putting folks on people's necks. Fuck tangibles. I mean, not fuck tangibles, but let us get. If they're not gonna give it to us, we take it. That's how I feel. If and that's how I always feel. If you can ask for somebody, and if you're not gonna give it to us, we might as well take it. And I feel like that's what the LGBT did. I said now this is what I've been saying. I feel like there's been an insurgence of black women in media, in Hollywood, on cameras, behind camera, in front of cameras, behind cameras. They've been getting more lead prominent roles. So I feel like the black women is going to be the new LGBT, to where they're infiltrating. Because a lot of people, they say they didn't see it coming with the LGBT. I felt like I seen it coming because see more and more or less things pertaining to LGBT rising, to where it's like where people looked at you being gay as taboo. Now everybody is accepting as gay, which is fine, by the way. You should be accepting of who you are, and don't matter what sexual orientation you kind of like. You should be treated as a human being as such. Which is another video about being treated as a human being. Remind me of that, because I have a real theory about that, and I want to talk. But on the black women, I feel like black women has been doing the same thing. They've been infiltrating, and they've been taking over things. They've been getting more lead shows, and they've been putting on TV, and they've been showing that black women can lead. Not only can lead, can put on good shows and put on good television and last for seasons and seasons, just like Scandal and How to Get Away with Murder. So it's just not open no more. It's just like we're getting people in it. You got people like Shonda Rhimes and Lena Waithe going on making different shows, making good money. Lena Waithe doing The Shy, and she done shows on BET, and she's been doing a hell of a thing. So I'm telling you this now. By like 2020, black women gonna be taking over, and this is what I was thinking, because like not only Miss Teen USA. I think it was Miss Teen USA, Miss America, Miss USA, and now Miss Universe. They're all black women. All and all of them different shades too. And the one thing I liked about this one, Miss South Africa Black Woman, is that this is just me. This is a personal thing that she wore natural hair, and like I do feel like a lot of people feel like you have to wear weave. You could do whatever you want. Let's just say that you do it. But as a man that prefer natural hair, I like seeing women prefer to, wear their natural hair out. It's just something I feel like a lot of black women, because we have to assimilate that you had to wear these wigs and all that other stuff to get jobs and all that other stuff. So now, not only that I'm seeing this in Hollywood, I'm seeing this in like entrepreneurship. We've been talking about how black women are the most educated, getting jobs. There's sorry. We've been talking about mostly about black women the most educated in college. Have been getting the more jobs. They're like really getting in the workplace. They're making more money than black men. So, which is why I've been said that in this patriarch. If you've seen my last video, and I was talking about it, black women kind of prosper more in this patriarchy than black men do. Now, people are going to argue me that, but I will. We'll get to that point later. But what I've been saying is black women been taking over, and the reason why I'm seeing this and I'm noticing this because black women has always been independent. Like I said in the like I've said before, it's because people wonder why black women aren't submissive. It's because they've never been in a position to be submissive. They've always been in a position to be independent, or like not only just the caregivers but also the leaders of their own packs. A friend of mine used to say, back some African tribes are matriarchy, so that shit kind of like pulls over. I feel like in other countries where other white women's or the Asians or the Hispanics, they can be submissive. So a lot where I'm sure there are black women that are submissive, but our black women are more or less likely like where to work. They're kind of like workers. They're kind of like the backbones of the community and all that other stuff. And I feel like there are some men that what to say, date a man in a house, and then the woman's supposed to be the submissive. But the thing is, it doesn't work in the black community because how we was brought up, how the slavery thing was happening. Because even in slavery things, like the men would work, but the women, they would be like maids or something. Like they would go, cook for the white people and be maids and do their work over there, then come home and then like also cook for their families and all that other stuff. So I feel like our black women has always been working. Like even in like not just black men in the cotton field, the black women was in the cotton field either. So I think this is why the feminists try to get our black women, because I feel like if they need their black women to make their shit official. Just like, how can you say this? And I hope women take this. It's like how the Chicago Bulls needed Jordan. It's like, you knew coming out of college, he was going to be one of the greatest players in the world. So, you need him on a team to make a team extremely better. And you see it. So, this is what I'm seeing from black women. It's like you're doing all this stuff. There's a lot, like I said, a lot of entrepreneurship. They've been in the media. There's a lot of entrepreneurship. They've been in the media lately. They've been, doing everything with schools and scholarships, and they've been getting their degrees, not just getting their bachelor's, you're getting your master's now. Like, I just shout out to my homegirl. I've known her since the third grade. She just got her master's. I just told her congratulations. My sister, like, she had to, even though she was married, she had, like, one time when my brother-in-law went to jail, she had to take care of our house all to herself. And she had to learn, and she had to, doing that with 2 kids on by herself, she had to learn and shit. And now, now after that experience, she's known how to thrive on her own if she have to. Now, that's another story, but you see it a lot. Like, our women come by 2020. So let me just cut this short. Or, I'm going to just bottom line it. in conclusion, black women, I feel like in the next, and I've said this before, black women are going to be taking over, and it's going to be taking over a lot of mass media, and I feel like a lot of people don't see that. I've been called it out, so this is not a surprise for me. So I'm going to bring this up in my podcast when it comes to Thursday, and I'm pretty sure no one's going to disagree with me. So where does that leave black men? I don't think it hurts us because I've always said we're on the bottom too. As far even though I see all this rise, black women still disrespected, and just as and feel like they're disrespected of everything. I feel like I know black women feel like they're at the bottom. Me personally, I think it's black men, then it's black men at the bottom, then black women. But to me, it doesn't matter because we're both at the bottom. So like, there's no competition. It shouldn't be a competition because we're both at the bottom. So I don't, I'm not trying to compete. I never want to compete who has the worst because telling the truth, we both got it worse. So, but for black women, I'm still like, I feel like they're taking over. Do I think black men need to step up? I feel like we're always stepping up, but I do feel like we're going into a world where I feel like we have to assimilate or we're going to get phased out. Not really phased out, but we're going to be looked at as no good niggas or some shit like that. Or how can I say this? The good that we already have is going to be infiltrated with the no good niggas that we're trying to get rid of. So let me know what y'all think because I'm happy for our sisters. And then I know our brothers are stepping up. But I feel like, we, how can I say this? We're stepping up, but I still feel like we can always do better. That's to not bash black men. Because I don't want to bash black men on this. As a black man, I feel like we do stepping up. I feel like we do our thing. I feel like we still, like, when it comes to things, black men put our works in, especially in these places. There's always, there's always room for improvement. That's what I'm going to say. That way, I won't sound like I'm bashing black men. But let me know what y'all think. Am I right about this? Am I wrong? Leave it in the comment section. Till then, my name is Eskino Fly, and I'm out. Peace.